break down the numbers for you, because that's what it really comes down to. Now, if the 35 rebels, if there are 35 rebels right now, let's take a look at what really it means for the Shiv Sena, for the Maha Vikas Aghadi. The total strength of the assembly is 285. Shiv Sena's number goes down to 29 if 35 of their MLAs have rebelled. The BJP gets stronger at 148. The NCP and the Congress remain untouched because they claim that their flock is very much together. There's no rebellion within their parties. If there are 35 rebels, the Shiv Sena's number is dwindling drastically, and that means the Maha Vikas Aghadi's number dwindles. The BJP, of course, stands to gain. 148 will be their number in that particular case. So this is how things stand if there are 35 rebels. Eknath Shinde actually claims that it's not 35 now, it's 40. Let's take this across to Paras Dama for more updates on this particular story. So, Paras, at this point, there are a lot of questions being asked on exactly how the NCP, how the Congress are reacting to this. They're maintaining that their flock remains together, that they've had no rebellion, none of their MLAs are with Eknath Shinde.
Yeah, of course, as yesterday Sharad Pawar has taken a press conference in Delhi and he has cleared that it's Shiv Sena's problem, it's not our problem. So they have to sort it internally. But right now the situation is very difficult for MVA government because they are on a urge of perishing like a card. But the situation which has been created, it's been very difficult. So now the plan of action for MVA government, they have to set something that can help them to save their parties and save their government. But the situation which has been created from last 15-20 days, it's very difficult for them to save themselves. Today is the most important day for Maharashtra politics because there are some important decisions to be made today. There is a meeting at 1 at Uddhav Thackeray's place. Plus, I'll just let you know the main thing which happened yesterday night. Devendra Fadnavis, the leader of opposition, has taken a very important meeting where I am standing right now. It's Devendra Fadnavis' house in Malabar Hill. Over there, he has taken a very important meeting and he has decided some strategies to how to take this thing. So now, probably today will be the main day because Bhajapa will also set their strategies. They will also plan their strategies. MVA government is also planning some strategies. So today is the most important day in Maharashtra politics.
So I want to understand from you, is it completely ruled out that the Shiv Sena will join hands with, in fact, the BJP, because that seems to be the ultimatum that Eknath Shinde put forth?
Yeah, of course, because some things has been told by Eknath Shinde to Bhajapa and Shiv Sena also. Yesterday we had, India Today broke a story where Eknath Shinde had spoken to Uddhav Thackeray, and still Eknath Shinde have a single point that he is in Shiv Sena, but he wants to follow the thing which has been given by Bala Saheb Thackeray, the Hindutva. That Bala Saheb Thackeray was following, he follows that Hindutva only. So right now the man in power is Eknath Shinde. He can change everything. If Shiv Sena wants to remain in power, Eknath Shinde is the man. If BJP wants to come back in power, Eknath Shinde is the man. So right now everything depends on Eknath Shinde. So what Eknath Shinde will do? There are so many speculations going around in Maharashtra right now, but key man is Eknath Shinde because Eknath Shinde is claiming that he has 40 MLAs and 40 MLAs
Let me take that question across. Paras, stay with me. Let me take that question across to Pankaj Upadhyay also. Pankaj, is this where Shiv Sena draws the line? Eknath Shinde has put an ultimatum saying that, look, join hands with the BJP. At this point, Uddhav Thackeray said no. But if things continue to snowball and escalate the way they are right now, is it a possibility? Is it something that Uddhav Thackeray is willing to consider?
Akshita, that's a very difficult question to answer at this point of time. Clearly, let us understand what has happened yesterday. 20 minutes of talks between Uddhav Thackeray and Eknath Shinde, and no resolution came out after that because of the clear fact that Eknath Shinde gave an ultimatum of sorts saying that Uddhav Thackeray needs to align with the Bharatiya Janata Party, else there are possibilities that the party is going to break. But in the evening time, when Uddhav Thackeray had a meeting with the Shiv Sainiks, he said that even if it were to be believed that the Shiv Sainiks have a problem, the rebel Shiv Sainiks have a problem with the Congress and the NCP, the fact remains even the Bharatiya Janata Party has not treated the Shiv Sena nicely. Is the Shiv Sena ready to align yet again with the Bharatiya Janata Party, a party which has been using or rather misusing the central agencies against the very Shiv Sainiks? He has said that the Shiv Sainiks need to understand this very aspect. So it is going to be very, very difficult for Uddhav Thackeray at this point of time also to bow down in front of Eknath Shinde. Because after all, Thackeray is bowing down in front of their own cadres is going to be something that remains to be seen. So this question whether Uddhav Thackeray is going to agree to what Eknath Shinde is saying, whether he is going to agree to the rebel camp, that's $1 million question. But for now, it really remains to be seen as to how the Shiv Sena, Uddhav camp especially, is going to strategize. As Paras was rightly pointing out, today remains to be a very important day. There is an important cabinet meeting at 1 p.m. Today. Before that, we are sure that Sanjay Raut, the chief spokesperson of Shiv Sena, is going to march to Varsha yet again to have a word with Uddhav Thackeray. And also, interestingly, it seems that at this point of time, all the efforts of the Shiv Sena to pacify the rebel camp seems to have failed, because Uddhav Thackeray clearly said that if at all Shinde has problems, then he needs to return to Mumbai, have a face-to-face talk, and perhaps a resolution can be worked out. But the fact remains, on the contrary, the reasoning that Eknath Shinde has given to Uddhav Thackeray is very, very interesting. He has said that because of aligning with the Congress and the NCP, the various MLAs who fought against the Congress and the NCP during the elections, they are facing a lot of problems in their constituency. And also, by aligning with Congress party, who has an image of being a pro-Muslim party, the Shiv Sena will be facing a lot of erosion of the vote bank. Hence, at this point of time, the policy of Hindutva, a hardcore Hindutva policy, needs to be adopted, not the soft Hindutva which Uddhav Thackeray is advocating at this point of time.
That's
so
right.
It's not just about the leadership of Uddhav Thackeray, it's also come to the Hindutva of late, which Uddhav Thackeray has been talking about. Clearly, a larger section, especially this rebel faction, is not in line with the kind of Hindutva that Uddhav Thackeray is
the biggest grouse
advocating.